So, anyone that watches my videos or follows my content at all knows that I was a huge Trump supporter. Um, I liked him because I liked a lot of the things he said. He made a lot of common sense, and to be honest, I really didn't like where the Democrats were headed. um, I wasn't in the cult. In the back of my mind, I've thought before he could be a puppet. Some of the things that he was saying, I know I didn't always agree with the things he said. You know, he was at one point he was against Bitcoin. He's like all for the dollar. I never really liked his luxurious way of living. So like, did I agree with a lot of the stuff that he was for? Yes. I thought that he was great for America. I thought that it had to been some type of good entity that spared his life. I still think that that wasn't any type of a staged event where he was spared. Maybe it was a miraculous event that there was no intervention from any higher power. It's just because that kid was on target. I've said it before. So, you know, he's been acting weird about the Epstein file list. And the way they've handled it has been really crazy. They could have been like, yeah, we're still going through it. Kind of like hoping that it'll go out of the news cycle. People will forget about it because people have short-term memories. You know, people bring it up here and there, but how it's like interjected in the news cycle is like it's completely taken over. They've botched it completely, and the way that they're handling it makes it seem that he's actually a part of the Epstein list. That's the way it seems. You know, I've been trying to, people have been like burning their MAGA stuff and Trump gear. Man, this is the first time I've ever even donated to anybody. I donated to that guy. I've been trying to have the sit back and see what happens, because I didn't agree with the bombing of Iran, and there was more that was going on than I was shown, and it turned out to be right. I thought it was a huge risk to bomb Iran because it could start a World War III. Turns out it was a good move, and I was wrong. And it just seemed like a huge risk. You know, how he is like for amnesty for labor workers now who are illegals, how he's still sending money to Ukraine, he's sending money to Israel. I thought, the tariffs could work, to bring back jobs, and, the whole tax cut for the rich. Hopefully the rich decide to invest here in America and start building infrastructure. That's what I thought the whole plan was. And, with the whole, with inflation and, if you can leverage debt, spending more money, adding more to our national debt, if you can leverage the debt, much like, getting a mortgage on a house and renting out the house, and you're paying down the principal in the house while making a profit. If we could do that, I'm not sure. It's kind of like, let's see what he's got. I like the way he handled the economy up until the pandemic. That changed everything, but I think it was pretty solid. I didn't think he added too much to the national debt at that point. Not like he did because of all the stimulus and stuff like that. But the way he's after everything I've been through for the last 10 years of supporting this man is I thought he was like a big fuck you to the establishment. I thought, like, I liked a lot of the stuff he was saying. You know, this last couple of elections, I really haven't really listened to too many of his speeches or rallies. You know, I get like a hint of one or whatever, and seeing that Elon came over, seeing like RFK, Tulsi all coming over, seeing people like Dan Bongino and Kash Patel, who previously were like, oh, there's stuff on the Epstein list and everything like that, and now they've come out and been like, no, there's no, like, Epstein did go ahead and off himself, and there's no list. I don't give a fuck about the economy anymore. It can collapse. I think that, you know, everything can collapse at this point. Like, I don't see a point for me to vote. I'll go into that more in depth if I remember to get into. But the recent thing, you know, how the perception is with Trump is it looks like he could be on that list. And that's why they're preventing it from it being seen. Even the Republicans blocking something that would the Democrats wanted to put forth to release the list. I don't know why they would do that unless like the Democrats were irresponsible and wanted to put the videos of the kids or expose people's aliases. I just want the names. I just want the names of the elite pedos. That's all I care about. If they should have proof. You know, they have video images of them with like children. I don't want to see that. I want that's the proof that they need to expose these people. I don't care. Brands start falling because of this, then they start falling. It needs to happen. So, he recently just today or yesterday, sometime, it was very recent, he basically said, you know, fuck you to anybody who is wanting this list, who's followed me in the past. So like people like me who supported him for the last 10 years, even to the point where part of the reason I went back, not the whole reason, it was a little bit of the reason, not the whole thing. I went back to Michigan was because my vote would go farther, and even my kid, he voted for him too. So the whole time I went back, I was ostracized for wearing MAGA stuff. Basically every day I go to the gym, I went to work, I'd wear this stuff. People looked at me like I was a racist. They looked at me like I was a weirdo. I felt ostracized. I felt, you know, all this crap supporting this guy. I went through all this bullshit. Being called a fascist nonstop from the left. Being called a Nazi nonstop from the left just because I support Trump. Call it like, that's all they call me on the internet. Just, I'm a fascist, I'm a racist, I'm a Nazi, I'm a bigot, I'm a misogynist. Like, constantly calling me this. And going through hell because I thought like he would do good for this country. He's exactly what we needed for this country, to go in there, throw a big dirty, this is a metaphor, okay? A big dirty bomb for this, for the deep state, for the elites. Like, pretty much a revolution against them. Just like our founding fathers had a revolution against the oligarchs. That's how I perceived him to be. From the way he's been acting lately, he seems like he's paid off. unless he's putting on a show, because he is technically an actor. Unless he's putting on a show, and he's trying to um, steer people in a different direction, because he's doing something else. He's just like distracting people, so he's doing something like something I would perceive as a good thing for our country. Even like throwing people like me under the bus and saying fuck my support. Fuck my support. Okay, I'm not I'm not voting in the midterms. If I was to vote, it'd probably be for Elon's party. But for fucking MAGA, fuck MAGA. That's where I'm at. Fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump. That's where I'm at. Now, maybe he can change the way I think. Maybe there's something that comes out and it's like, okay. But for him to turn his back on his loyal supporters, I mean, you can go back and see my videos. You can see my Twitter, how much I've supported this man. To spit in my face, fuck it. I don't care if the Democrats win. I'm tired of business as usual. I'm tired of the uniparty bullshit, and that's what it seems like. What it seems like, it doesn't matter who the fuck I vote for, because I'm just gonna give more of the fucking same. More fucking power for the rich. It doesn't matter who it is, if it's a Republican or a Democrat. I mean, the Republicans are weak fucking pussies. They don't do shit. Pretty much. They're too afraid to do anything. I can't even believe they're even deporting a bunch of people. But still not as much as Obama. But no, I wanted change. I wanted freedom. I wanted less people on welfare, which there's a little bit of that in the bill for sure. But the fact that he got what he wanted and he says, fuck us. Okay, man, have fun getting anything done in the midterms. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm still gonna follow this shit because I'm gonna talk shit. I want to see what Elon puts together with his party. I don't respect the Democrats. I'm not going to ever go back to them. I mean, they would have a lot of reforming for me to even think about going back to them, because they're just basically woke bullshit. And as far as the Republicans, I've supported the Republicans basically holding my nose, because they're fucking pussies. That's what they are. They're afraid to do anything. All these politicians are a bunch of bitches, because it doesn't matter what side. They don't want to do anything because they're so afraid that, if they make the wrong move, then they won't have a job. And then, you're supposed to be working for us. You're not supposed to be working for your fucking party. You're supposed to be working for Americans. But at the end of the day, you're working for whoever funds you. That's another thing that I thought that was cool about Trump. His first campaign, he funded a lot of it. I thought that was a cool thing. And I think that, I was right to support him. And I do think that there's some things that he's doing now that is good. I'm not like, oh, fuck Trump 100%, like these Democrats. They hate him 100%. No, my thing is, dude, if he was to come back and retract that, be like, I didn't mean it like that, or anything like that. I understand what you guys are thinking, how it makes me look. There's more going on. Okay, I can accept that. I don't need no apology. I don't need nothing like that. I just why the fuck would you say fuck us all when we helped you get where you're at? And that's where we're at. It's pretty much fuck us all. That's what it is. The Trumpers that just support him no matter what he does are in a fucking cult. The ones that hate on him for no matter what he does are in a cult. I'm a free thinker. I'm a pragmatic thinker, and that's how I thought that he was. Maybe there's other things going on. I don't know. What I've seen out of him is flexibility, pragmatic thinking, where he changed his stance on Bitcoin. But the way he's handling this crap with the Epstein list is just dude, I understand there's things going on in the country, and there's good things and there's bad things, but if we're going to have if we're going to have a system, a justice system where I'm being held to a different standard than fucking rich people, fuck this system. Let it fucking burn, and then we'll see we'll see who really fucking survives out of this mess. The strong will fucking survive. I don't care no more. I'm at the point. I think that most people are getting to the point anyway where it's like everyone's fucking miserable. Men and women can't stand each other. The money thing is like nobody's really happy anymore anyway. So if we have to burn this whole motherfucker down, this whole system, it needs to be reformed because it doesn't fucking, then so be it. So fucking be it. That's where I'm at. Just I don't fucking care. I'm not advocating for any type of violence or anything like that. But if we go through a depression, oh well. You know, there's a lot of people that actually deserve a depression. There's a lot of people who are well off, who think that they are gods. Kind of like Trump. Yeah, there's things I don't like about Trump. There's always been things I didn't like about Trump. But I always, you know, thought to myself, dude, I'm not perfect either, man. The fact that he turned his back on us is very telling. And I don't care if the fucking Democrats win the midterms. I don't care if they win in 2028. I don't see a point for me to vote anymore. I don't see any point. I just go like I think the first time I voted was for Barack Obama in 2008 because I thought we're gonna have really good change. I thought that voting for Barack Obama was like I'm voting for the first black president. That's history right there. We come a long way as a nation, and I thought to myself, this is gonna help like heal. When in fact it's actually done. It did the opposite. I have never seen racial tensions as high as it is right now. Maybe that's just the internet that's fueling that. I mean, I really don't see it in person too much. I'm pretty cool with like anybody, so I don't really see much racism in real life. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that people around that aren't white hate me, and I just don't see it. They're just being cordial. And it doesn't matter as long as I don't care if people hate me because I'm white. It doesn't matter to me as long as you are cordial with me and give me respect and are civil. I get along with anybody. I don't give a fuck if you're racist. Doesn't matter. I just think that's a dumb belief, but it is what it is. You're gonna see more resentment towards Israel now. So all the people who are Zionists, who are shilling for Israel, are gonna see like the future. The kids, they don't like Israel. The boomers all love Israel, and the boomers only have so much time left on this planet. And you can see where the future is. It's pretty much gonna be anti-Zionist in the future. There's probably gonna be a lot of anti-Semitism in the future. I don't know what to tell you. The Republicans pushing forth laws to censor people because of that bullshit. Like, why are certain people held higher than others? Shouldn't we all be treated equally? I don't know. I don't have a problem with any specific race. I just want every race to be treated equally. I think that's how a lot of Americans think anyway, how most Americans think. But just because like the Democrat, just because I'm saying fuck Trump, because he basically said fuck you to me. And like I said, maybe more going on than I know, and I'll eat crow in the future, just like I did on Iran, which I'm hoping I do. But as far as now, he just basically said, "Don't support me no more." I'm like, okay, fuck you. I won't support you no more. I ain't gonna stand up for you. And you will see more criticism out of me, obviously. Um, there'll be praise, but minimal praise when there deserves to be minimal praise. It's not like I'm gonna be like enthusiastic. I'm not gonna be towing the fucking MAGA line anymore. I'm not gonna be towing the Trump line. So like, this is what you want, man. You're gonna see a lot of people like me who supported you, and like, you're not like he's gonna see this or even give a shit anyway. There's gonna be a lot of people like me who were big supporters that he just turned his back on. And honestly, they weren't Republicans anyway. I wasn't a Republican. I never registered as a Democrat or a Republican. And I look at myself as I don't label myself. People would label me as independent, some type of hybrid libertarian, 90 classical liberal, 90s style Democrat, something to that extent. That's where I would be. To be honest, Elon, I feel I support, even when I was supporting Trump, I felt like I supported Elon when I supported Trump. So I like where Elon's headed. I think, yeah, we'll see what happens with the third party. Maybe we'll do nothing. Maybe it'll just take, you know what? Yep, it doesn't matter anymore. Trump just nuked his base, so you'll have the ass kissers who will suck his dick no matter what he does, just like the left. They'll suck their own dicks and don't call any of them out no matter what. And the funny thing is, I'm sitting here like somebody like a Laura Loomer. She's sitting here saying like, fire Pam Bondi, blah blah blah. Why aren't you calling out Trump at all? He's fully supporting her, and you're like, why aren't you calling him out? You know what I mean? Like, there's no calling him out at all. I'm not in that cult. I butted heads with the cat turd cult, and that's basically like these hardcore MAGA, whatever Trump says, whatever Trump thinks, that's what I think. And I thought to myself, I'm just gonna chill out for a while and see what happens. And I took a good month off smoking weed. Everything kind of died down. It was a little bit after his second assassination. Stuff with Joe Rogan. And all that kind of died down after I chilled out for a while. And, whatever Trump is doing right now is just like I said, I don't know if he's playing like 5D chess or something, but like, from what I see, because I can't see what's going on behind the scenes, is basically seems like a fucking Israel puppet. That's what it seems like. So it seems like Israel's the one that runs our country, and it doesn't matter who's in there. There's definitely more going on than we know. And it makes me wonder if these people are all compromised. I didn't think that Dan Bongino is, or, they get in that position of power, and then just the deep state comes along, or some type of entity we don't know about is like, we can take you out at any time. Don't let us mess our power up. I don't know if it's the aliens that are in charge at the end of the day. I don't know, but at this point, just because I say, hey Democrat, just because I say fuck Trump doesn't mean I'm on your side. Fuck you too. Fuck the Democrats. I don't support either one of you motherfuckers now. So, if Trump does good things that, Some things that I agree with, cool. You know, like I said, I'll give them minimal praise. I'm not going to be enthusiastic about it. Um, but I don't give a fuck no more. I really don't give a fuck. Um, what we have right now, the system we have, this social order, it's unsustainable. This is how much of a person who I'm an independent thinker. Even though I like Elon, I respect a lot of things he does, as I did Trump. He comes out with the like an AI waifu at this for his grok. At the same time, he's complaining about depopulation. It's like, what? Okay, so, and I'm also seeing like how fraudulent some of these influencers are. Laura Southern and like Ashley St. Clair, like they're supposed to be this conservative influencers and offer conservative values when they're out here like being like degenerates. I We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. At this point, whatever the system has become isn't really benefiting people like me. I don't feel secure. I think it's kind of ridiculous the way health insurance works. I think it's ridiculous how government benefits work. I think it's ridiculous how we have property taxes on stuff we've already paid taxes on. That's like it's a double tax. So there's plenty of things in this system where you see, if you're just an uneducated, if you're just a unknowledgeable person about finance, and you're sitting here saving all your money throughout the years in cash, and like the government continues to devalue that, and you don't see like you worked your ass off for like 40 years feeling like you can retire, and then realizing you can't because they won't quit devaluing the dollar, and there's no at this point there's no stopping it. In my opinion, I mean, I'm not an economist. I've read a couple of books. It's one of the things I have general knowledge about. But from what I see is like we're either going to default on our national debt because of all the future liabilities, or we're going to hyperinflate our currency. It's going to happen one way or the other. We'll see what happens. I mean, Trump's got another 3.5 years. He'll probably get a lot done through his agenda for the next year and a half. At least the next 6 months until like here comes the midterms, and then now we have to start pulling back because like we don't want to, dude. Like that whole thought process of like we got to worry about the next election is like I'm over that shit. I'm tired of that shit. Who else is tired of like this is the most important election? Like fuck all these elections. They don't do anything anyway. It's just pretty much more of the same. It's just like a back and forth with these fucking parties. It's like America is like can't go one way or the other. So like pick something. Do you want to be communist or do you want to be capitalist? It's like we get one and then the other one needs to come back, and then we have to try to like we're constantly having to like go backwards and redo shit, and then it's just like it's just like a seesaw battle of like, so it seems like nothing is getting done. There's no fucking change. It's just more of the same, and in fact it feels like it's getting worse. Like you wonder why people don't want to have kids. They don't feel secure. Money is security, yes. if people don't feel like they have money to do anything, how are they gonna date? That's number one. That's how you start a family. Like you have to actually like go and date at first. You don't just like, I don't know, not get to know somebody and then marry them right away. Like no, you have to like date them a little bit. You go through this period, and like it's a process. But I guess we can keep on having the degenerate stage of just have a bunch of single moms, and we'll see how that works out. But there's plenty of statistics that show like how bad single motherhood is. Single motherhood is like the highest it's ever been right now, and doesn't seem like it's stopping. I was hoping, like, I was pushing for like a more conservative future, and I thought to myself, MAGA has a good 8 to 10 years till it becomes corrupt. Well, I guess I was wrong at this point. I guess I was wrong. Not even 2 years into the presidency, and MAGA is already feels like it's corrupt as hell. Like I said, unless it's like some fake promises and putting on a dog and pony show for the elites to lead them down this path, and then at some point he's just like, fuck you guys, like, I just wanted to, this is why I did what I did, this is why I posted that. At this point it just looks like, might as well just had Biden in there. Like we're giving weapons to Ukraine. We're giving weapons to Israel. Like there's no stopping this crap. I thought he was a peaceful president the first time. We don't have World War III yet, but I don't know what to expect anymore. But at this point, I have to go based off of what I see. And like I said, I'm holding reserve that maybe this is a bunch of bullshit. But as far as, surface level, what I see, the way he's acted this last month, the way I've been kicked out of MAGA anyway, the way I've been rejected from these people, just because I questioned his attack on Israel, Iran. Listen, man, Zionists, like, you're gonna be a minority in the future. I'm telling you right now. So you're on the wrong side of history. Like, soon as these boomers go away, soon these boomers pass on from their old age or whatever, there's not going to be much support for Israel, and it is what it is. Good luck. Good fucking luck, man.